In this presentation by Armor of God, we aim to shed light on the various ways in which evil spirits can gain access to human personalities. It is important to recognize that demons are strategic entities, targeting individuals at their weakest moments and in their weakest areas. By understanding these vulnerabilities, we can fortify ourselves against their influence. Let's explore 6 examples of such entry points. Emotional shock or sustained emotional pressure. In 1 Peter chapter 3 verse 6, we learn that Sarah obeyed Abraham and referred to him as Lord. The passage suggests that individuals who do good and fearlessly face any form of terror or intimidation can be likened to the daughters of Sarah. Emotional pressures, such as yielding to impulsive sexual desires or engaging in explicit media content, can open doors for spirits of lust. It is important to be aware of these moments and guard against succumbing to such temptations. 2. Negative prenatal influences. Even before birth, a child can be affected by negative forces. If a mother harbors resentment or intense dislike toward the unborn baby, a profound sense of rejection can develop within the child. This spirit of rejection may lead to feelings of imposition, self-hatred, and isolation later in life. Recognizing and addressing this issue is crucial to prevent the further influence of evil spirits. Pressures and conflicts in early childhood. As James chapter 3 verse 16 warns, envy and self-seeking can breed confusion and every form of evil. A household filled with strife and bitter conflicts creates an environment that invites these negative spirits. Many individuals carry the burden of hatred or anger from their childhood, emphasizing the significance of addressing such issues early on. False religions and occult background. Exodus chapter 20 verses 3 to 5 warns against idolatry and worshiping false gods. The consequences of these sins can extend across generations. Given the interconnectedness of our family lineage, it is possible that ancestral involvement in false religions or the occult may have an influence on us. Being aware of our ancestral history and seeking spiritual cleansing can help break these chains. Sinful habits. Engaging in deliberate acts of wrongdoing provides an entry point for demonic influence. Judas Iscariot's betrayal of Jesus serves as an example of such an act. When we find sin in our lives, seeking forgiveness from God is essential. It is crucial to acknowledge that intentional wrongdoing allows these spirits to operate, emphasizing the need for repentance and spiritual restoration. Idle words. Jesus warned about the power of our words, stating that we will be held accountable for every idle word spoken. Idle words are thoughtless expressions that do not align with our true intentions. We often dismiss them as jokes or insignificant, but they can open doors for controlling powers. Expressions like, "I'm sick and tired," or statements involving death should be used cautiously, as they can inadvertently invite negative influences. By understanding these 6 examples of entry points for demonic influence, we can become more aware of the vulnerabilities in our lives. It is important to remember that demons are persistent, even after being driven out. However, by committing ourselves to Jesus and seeking His supernatural power, we can resist and overcome these spiritual attacks. Stay vigilant, guard your heart and mind, and rely on the strength and protection provided by your faith. Furthermore, it is essential to note that while understanding these entry points is crucial, it is equally important not to live in constant fear or paranoia. The purpose of this discussion is to enlighten and empower individuals to recognize and address potential areas of vulnerability, rather than to instill a sense of dread. As believers, we have access to supernatural power through our faith in Jesus Christ. By aligning ourselves with Him and relying on His strength, we can build a strong defense against demonic influence. It is through the power of prayer, seeking God's guidance, and staying rooted in His Word that we can effectively combat these spiritual attacks. Additionally, it is imperative to foster an environment of love, support, and forgiveness within our families and communities. By promoting healthy relationships and addressing conflicts with grace and understanding, we create a protective shield against the entry of negative spirits. Moreover, engaging in spiritual practices such as worship, meditation, and fellowship can help strengthen our spiritual resilience. By cultivating a vibrant and intimate relationship with God, we invite His presence into our lives, making it more challenging for demonic forces to gain a foothold. In conclusion, While it is crucial to be aware of the various entry points through which demonic influence can manifest, we should not be overwhelmed by fear. Instead, we should focus on cultivating our relationship with God, relying on His strength, and living in accordance with His teachings. By doing so, we can fortify ourselves against the strategies of the enemy and walk in the victory and freedom that Christ has already won for us.